What do irony and controversy have to do with today's digital influencers? I'm Leah, excited to dive into today's topic.
And I'm Garrett. Welcome to the Leah and Garrett Show.
Today we're exploring Nicholas Joseph Fuentes, biography and controversies.
Okay, here's a quick story from me. I attended a Turning Point USA event a while back, and it was pretty intense. This group called the Groypers showed up, and they're like super vocal followers of Fuentes. It was my first time seeing them in action. They were all over social media, too. Totally an eye-opening experience about the whole political scene.
That's fascinating, Garrett. All right, let's delve right into who Nicholas Joseph Fuentes is. He's basically a far-right political pundit and live streamer known for his provocative and often polarizing views. A lot of people know him from his show America First with Nicholas J. Fuentes, which seems to resonate with certain segments of Generation Z.
Right, his views are super controversial, from promoting supremacist ideologies to challenging mainstream conservative and liberal ideas alike. I mean, honestly, his position is way off the beaten path, totally beyond what's considered mainstream. He's kind of a rock star in his circle for that, you know?
Definitely. Those extreme positions are what's propelled him into the spotlight, but also what's drawn a lot of criticism, like his white supremacist and misogynistic views. He's crafted this persona that people either love or despise. Having a platform that appeals to younger audiences especially gives him a certain kind of edge.
Let's puzzle that one out. Where does a guy like this come from? Fuentes was born in 1998 in Illinois, in a pretty typical suburban setting. Growing up there obviously didn't stop him from stepping into some controversial roles. His track really started shifting when he got involved in more extreme circles, right?
Exactly. One major turning point was the 2017 Charlottesville rally, infamous for its violent clashes and white nationalist symbols. That's where Fuentes emerged from mainstream conservative circles into more radical activism. His trajectory since then has been pretty steep, especially after leaving Boston University around that time, citing threats post-Charlottesville.
And then there's his live stream, America First. It's like his megaphone, blasting his ideals far and wide. After leaving RSBN, he found his footing with this platform. He and the Groypers, you remember those guys, targeted mainstream conservatives, shaking things up at events with some intense confrontations.
Right, after his YouTube channel got terminated for violating hate speech policies in 2020, he didn't slow down. Instead, he created his own platform, Cozy.tv, which really shows his adaptability. Despite getting banned from major platforms, he's managed to keep his influence alive and thriving.
That's pretty cool, right? Controversial, but cool in his resilience. But he insists he's not a white supremacist, even when his views suggest otherwise. Let's real talk about why he might dodge that label. Is it just about deflecting criticism, or does he genuinely believe there's a nuance we're not seeing?
Let's unpack this. Maybe it's a strategic move. By presenting his statements as ironic or satirical, he avoids direct accountability, though critics think that's just a convenient shield. But who knows? Maybe in his mind there's a different narrative? What do you think, Garrett?
I suppose there's a chance he thinks he's misunderstood. Maybe it's about being an ideological purist, trying to redefine what right-wing politics mean in this digital age. I'm down for that theory, but honestly, it just complicates things further, doesn't it?
Totally. His media presence and controversies have sparked both fear and fascination, with documentaries and news segments covering his influence. Those radical views definitely stir the pot and push conversations about what we accept from digital influencers really far.
Sure, the ripple effect on Generation Z and how they consume media is wide. Having radical voices can really shift public discourse, and whether it's for better or worse, well, I guess time will tell. It's definitely something to watch, am I right?
For sure. And understanding this topic is critical. It helps us see the future of political extremism, especially how echo chambers online magnify those voices, impacting young minds.
Exactly. That's so wild. We should definitely dive deeper into these digital spaces shaping political narratives. It's almost like exploring with a chisel and block of wood, only mentally. Lots to carve out.
Stay curious and keep questioning what you hear. And Garrett, I guess you're safe from any woodworking conspiracies. Those hammers look innocent enough.